Hello. You haven't seen me for a while venting because there's so many people on YouTube venting for me. I mean, every everybody that I see on YouTube, I follow these people now. I follow them so they could do the venting, and I don't have to vent. So I'm here, and I'm like, well, what do I have to vent about? But I do have one little thing we can vent about today. My name is Eric. And welcome to the craziness that lives inside my head. I've done this venting before, man, it's been a long time. And one of the reasons why you haven't seen me, because I don't want to keep venting about the same old subjects. I mean, not to put anybody down on YouTube, there's a couple of people I follow, and I'm saying to myself, they have one subject. And I'm like, well, it's the same subject, but it keep venting about the same thing. It's in different, you know what I'm talking about. So that's why you haven't seen me for a while because, I mean, the stuff I want to vent about is people on YouTube and these podcasts are venting about it. I mean, it has the DEI cancellation, Trump being president, and pronouns and all that. I mean, I have nothing to say. I mean, when I watch their video, I'm like, okay, so all that venting is gone out of my system. But there is one thing that would like to talk about, and I find very interesting. Very interesting, time consuming, and a waste of time for a lot of people. And it has to do with these apps, these date apps. And I've been doing experiments on these date apps. And I noticed, and a friend of mine told me this years ago when I was in my 30s and he was in his 60s. He said to me, he said, well, when you go on these apps, he said that they target older guys because they think older guys are stupid and going to give them money, the scammers. Well, there is one dating site. I really don't want to mention it, and I don't have to because I'm quite sure if any of you gay men, older men, been on dating sites, you know which one I'm talking about. Every time I have 500 followers, and they're all scammers. They're all scammers. And these are people who follow me that they'll send me emails. How you doing? With no picture, no picture. How you doing? And then if I were to answer them, I said, well, where's your pic? And they'll say, well, contact me, call me, or email me. Of course I don't. I just delete the mail. I used to block them, but what happened on this particular dateline, they only let you block 130 people. If you want to block more than that, you have to pay to join, a monthly fee, which is ridiculous. I mean, why would I pay? Why would anybody pay a fee for an app that's nothing filled with scammers? And have to, I mean, somebody did put this on their profile in this app, and they said that, well, how come all the people that say hi to me lives thousands of miles away, and the people that lives right in my city don't say anything? And I find that that's very interesting. Not all people. I mean, I've had I have talked to guys in my town, um, but I mean, let's face it. After you've gone through three people on the app that lives in your town, I mean, that's not a good how you say, a good in other words, you know what I'm saying. There's so much you can do after that when you're looking for something different, something exciting. So anyway, so I have these 300 followers, 500 followers. Um, I can't delete, not delete, I delete the email, not the email, the messages on the app. I can't block them because I ran out. I blocked 130 and I can't block them anymore. I mean, one person, I'm quite sure was a scammer. There's always scammers. I mean, how can somebody lives in California or Florida and send you a picture? I mean, picture of a drop dead gorgeous guy, built like a, I guess, a bodybuilder, and look like somebody should be on television. And you can look at the picture and tell it's a stock pictures. Normal people don't take pictures the way these pictures come out. So right away you know it's wrong. And then they don't put the right. I like when they put down one town. Now they put down a town that's actually 30 miles from me, right? And then when you go on the app always say they're 5,000 miles away. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense. The town they got there is 30 miles from me. But according to the app, they're 5,000 miles away. When I bring that up, they got all kinds of excuses. Oh, yeah. This is a good excuse. Oh, yeah, I'm over in Afghanistan. I'm working on a ship or something. They're always in the service. And I've never taken it that far. If it doesn't sound right, and listen, and I do experiments. I would, if I see something I like, I would say, "How you doing?" And then, blah blah blah. I said, "How come you don't have a picture?" And they'll send me a picture of I don't know, some guy. I mean, and there's way to there are ways of checking it out. You can take that picture and go on Google image search. And if you find it on Google image search, it'll let you know if it's a stock picture. A lot of times they are stock pictures, and sometimes you can't find it. But then it doesn't really matter because then when you ask for a real picture, like I was asked for a nude picture of a hairy arm or a hairy back or something, and they always come back with, I don't put nude pictures on the site. And I said, fine, and I block them. Because even if a person is real, and I've had experience with this, somebody who's real, I mean, if I ask you to send me because I'm into hairy men, so if you send me a picture of your hairy arm, yeah. But see, they don't have these kind of pictures. So they make up these excuses. Oh, I don't put nude pictures on the internet. So I block. And then I'll ask that question, oh, why are you so far away? Why are you all the way in Afghanistan, all the way in California? Oh, I believe in long distance relationship. I said, oh, really? You want a relationship? Why would you start a relationship with somebody? It's 1,000 miles away. I said, when you get back into the States, okay, call me. And then sometimes even the ones that live 1,000 miles away, I said, "What? Why are you?" One guy said, "Oh, I intend to locate. Locate with who? I didn't say you could locate with me. I block them. I mean, it gets to that point. It's like I'm serious. You might think, oh, you just joking. It can't be that much. I'm serious. I blocked 130. I have close to 500 followers. Either because that's what they do. They put down they follow you, and then you get an email. Oh, you got to follow her, and you get online, and then to see who it is, and then it's like, oh, come on, come on. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's the only rant I have, but it's hilarious. Now I get on these date apps. I play with them just to see how far they're gonna go. I had quite a few would block me. Yeah, they definitely block you if you call them on being a scammer. I called one on it, and he did answer me. He cursed me out, and then next thing I know, he blocked me. Usually they do that. They curse you out, and then they block you. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I mean, come on. Well, I don't know why they get mad. You know, I mean, I don't know. That's my rant. I know it's not a long podcast. I know it's not a long video, but I'm going to tell you something. I ran out of rant. I ran out the ranting in me. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I got all these people, websites and video, YouTube videos and podcasts I can listen to because they're doing my ranting. Anyway, so you just heard the craziness that lives inside my head.